Right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our incredible McCain Health and Wellness Talks in association with ProVeg. We've got a fascinating lineup for the rest of the weekend, but welcome to our next really interesting topic, which is about farms of the future. So we've got two amazing speakers today that I'm going to call up in a second. I'm just going to introduce them first. So the first of our speakers, Phumzile Baliki, is the marketing manager of food services at McCain. She has extensive industry knowledge in building consumer connection with brands via digital marketing and category management. She has worked extensively across Africa and is passionate about family and volunteers her non-working time for community enrichment and growth. Our second speaker, woo-woo! Welcome. Please join us. Our second speaker is Thabile Motsamai. She is the marketing manager retail services at McCain and has over 20 years extensive experience in the FMCG environment. She is an expert brand builder and strategist. She pursued her passion for food as an entrepreneur, manning her own quick service restaurant franchise store, and her family is what gives her that beautiful radiating energy that you'll be seeing on stage today. I would like to call both of them up to start our talk. Our theme is the farms of the future, McCain Farms of the Future. It is an incredible topic which I know has garnered a lot of interest, especially around regenerative agriculture. It's quite a thing to say. So please welcome them up on stage.
Oh, you can hear me? There we are. Great. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out from all the wonderful buzz out there with all the products to come sit here with us and to listen to what we want to share with you guys. McCain Foods has a very good initiative that they have embarked on. So we want to just come share with you the role that we are trying to play in driving sustainable food production and sustainable living. And this project, as she mentioned, is really about creating farms of the future for sustainable living in the future. So what is McCain Foods all about? Where do we want to be in this future that we're talking about? We want to become a sustainable leader in the potato processing industry and a credible sustainable leader in the food and beverage industry by following through on the commitments that we have made to our farmers, communities, environment, and to our customers, so that we can all enjoy our great tasting food for many, many generations to come. So what is the Farms of the Future project about? McCain's Farms of the Future project is a major investment that has the potential to shape the future of both McCain and commercial potato farming. The first farm is located just outside McCain's hometown of Florenceville, New Brunswick in Canada. It had its first fully operational season in 2021. In June 2022, we launched the second Farm of the Future Africa, located in Lichtenburg, South Africa. Do you guys know where Lichtenburg is? You do? Where is it, Phumzile? Northwest, that's it. There's a lot of farmers out there in that area, so we feel that we need to drive this start the drive of this initiative in that area, and then we will move around the country. We're also very proud as McCain South Africa because, for the Canada group to have the confidence in us to basically drive this initiative and be in the forefront. It's something that we're really proud of, and we intend to put a lot of effort to make it work. So the farm in Lichtenburg is now operational with the first potato crop planted in November 2022. Farming is at the heart of McCain's business. However, against the backdrop of an ever-growing population, climate change, soil degradation, biodiversity, loss of food and waste, the future of the global food system is at risk. Reimagining a more sustainable way to grow produce is a key element on our journey to more planet-friendly food. As such, we then launched our Farm of the Future project, investing in commercial-scale farms to increase the agronomic and economic resilience of our potato cropping system. The aim is to make the global food system more sustainable and resilient by bringing together the technology of the 21st century and going back to concrete, local, and nature-based solutions. Not only is this environmentally sound, but it's also economically sustainable, ensuring security of supply and sustained food certainty. The McCain Farms of the Future works on a regenerative agriculture framework, and so I'll take you through what this framework is in order to really build this initiative. It has been developed in collaboration with McCain's Grower Advisory Board, scientists, agronomists, independent experts, and academia. This is how we're going to progress with this initiative. The framework defines McCain's core principles of regenerative agriculture and maps out what practices, processes, and outcomes farmers should strive for in each of them. So the first one is about ensuring farm resilience. We want to improve farm livelihoods through long-term farm competitiveness and climate change adaptation. The second one is about minimizing soil disturbance, reducing tillage to maintain structure and keeping the carbon in the soil. The third is about enhancing crop and ecosystem diversity, increasing different types of crops grown on the farm and encouraging biodiversity and 9 species of cash crops and cover crops. The next one is about reducing agrochemical impacts and optimize water usage. Here, we are talking about precisely managing crop protection products, fertilizer, and water applications. We then also look at armoring soil, preferably with living plants. What happens here is we want to ensure soils are covered by residues or living plants all year round. And then lastly, it's about integrating organic and livestock elements. So we want to incorporate green manure, compost, or livestock elements to increase organic matter and soil fertility. I'm just going to take you through a video about the farm.
The land base of the farm, just to give you a bit of impression where we are, the farm consists of 2 farms, JVDM, that is 170 hectares under irrigation and about 60 hectares drylands. Then we have a second farm here, Duplessis, that's 5 circles. In total they are 280 hectares. We don't rent any drylands there at the moment, only the irrigated land. The foundations that we have established, we got the team together, we finishing the yard, we learning our fields, we learning our different crops. The main new crop is soybeans in our rotation, so we're getting the hang of that. Then the other thing is we see some regenerative farming successes. And what I can really say, the winter cover cropping works very well in this region. In the winter here there's no rainfall and a lot of farmers have cattle around here. So if you can have green winter crops growing, there's good demand for grazing. This year we had cover crops. At one time we didn't know what to do with it because they worked so well. We found a way with green manuring with a fodder radish, which is specifically bred to reduce actively root knot nematodes. We've done it now for a couple of years on this farm, and we saw last year it worked, but we didn't have a full agronomy support, so we could not really scientifically prove it, but we could see it in the yields. This year we've done the same trial on 20 hectares no nematicides and 20 hectares with nematicides.
Relatively recently, about $100 million of the African Development Bank to enhance their ability to finance small farmers in producing, especially the SMEs, more food from this continent, which is something we haven't done until now. And I note that you talked about the communities here. That's extremely important for us, that the communities are involved and they are supportive of the kind of agricultural practices that you're showcasing here. The second thing that's a priority that links very well with what you're doing is the green transition. We're all trying to deal with the existential crisis of climate change, but we're dealing with the other crises of soil degradation, water pollution, overuse of water, which is a bigger problem here in South Africa. And we're, in terms of smart farming to get around agriculture's aspects. We're investing hundreds of millions of dollars in smart farming across Canada. So it's great to see you doing it here in South Africa. And I know you're looking at this as a model for the rest of the world.
As government, we appreciate these initiatives a lot because government alone won't make it. We need the private sector to join hand and for the welfare of our communities and our country. Our country is food insecure. This initiative is going to help government in terms of food security. So it was important that this come at this time when we have a challenge of food security.
Hoping with the farm of the future in South Africa to really demonstrate that we can really grow potatoes in a sustainable manner and really transfer our knowledge and practices to our growers community so that they can really sustainably grow potatoes, really drive into a more sustainable business for South Africa and ultimately bring more benefits for Mother Nature and for the economics of potato growing in South Africa.
Great. Thank you so much, everyone. I think you guys now have sort of a good view, a good understanding in terms of our initiative and how McCain South Africa is sort of plugging into the sustainability agenda with us using our technology and our expertise in this market. And like I said, we as South Africa are very, very proud of ourselves that we have been chosen to be in the forefront of this initiative. And then, of course, it will be extended out into the global McCain world in the near future. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us.
Thank you so much, everyone. I think it is super exciting that we got to see that video and learn a little bit more about how the future of farming looks, especially for a big global brand like McCain.
Yeah.
Thank you to our speakers for sharing that wonderful information with us. I'm not sure if anyone wants any questions or if they're allowed to take questions.
I think they can ask any questions.
Anyone?
Yeah?
I have a question.
Okay.
So there was a focus on potato farming. Some of the other types of vegetables that are being grown, can you perhaps tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, I think the potato is really a big part of the McCain business. But of course, we also pride ourselves with our vegetable range. So yes, we have a potato plant, and then we have a vegetable plant where we make and sell all sorts of vegetable crops. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Any questions from anyone else in the audience? All right. I think that's good. Thank you so much again to our wonderful speakers for coming out today. And also, of course, an amazing thanks to McCain for helping us make events like this happen at the Plant Power Show, for supporting this incredible initiative. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for supporting us, guys.
We do have another talk still happening later this afternoon. So if you want to come back, and please also, if you're here for the weekend, make sure that you join us for some of our other talks.